Well, it's October 14th, 2016. It's the big day. I actually picked this day out because I know Gina likes even numbers. So it was kind of all a master plan. Here we are, a beautiful sunny day, Central California. It's funny how the forecast, it was showing 0% chance of rain until today.
But that doesn't matter, because if it were a hailstorm right now, we would still get rain. So I could care less about the weather, about the little knick-knacky things, all the little frilly stuff that goes along with weddings, so long as he's here and everything else will play out. Ow! Oh, God, it hurt.
You know, rain or shine, it's happening.
We're getting hitched.
Jacket? No. You sure? Yep. Okay.
So we met online. I found him on Match and sent him like a I like you thing. And he didn't respond and I was kind of like, huh.
I'd seen her profile and I looked through it and I thought, wow, this girl's like kind of too good to be true. Like, eventually I was gonna have to contact her, and I think it might have been like a week later.
I sent him like a little message to see if he responded to that, and then responded to that.
And pretty quickly exchanged phone numbers. I was living in Oakland at the time, and I knew a couple cool little places to go hang out, maybe have a beer. And
we went to a place called Lost and Found. I was probably way too honest, more than I normally would be, but he didn't mind at all and made me feel extremely comfortable. And
the more I talked to her, the more interested I became. Her parking was due up pretty soon. The meter was going to run out, and so she's like, yeah, you know, I got to move my car. And so I thought, okay, you know, this is probably where we part ways. After I walked her out to her car, she basically said, well, we can go somewhere else and hang out or move my car. That's when it kind of dawned on me, like, oh, okay, I think she actually likes me.
And I remember asking him if he would go to the Garth Brooks concert with me, and he did, and so I leaned in and like just gave him a kiss, and he was like, it was awesome. He was so stunned.
And it was just from there, we've been together ever since.
I feel like my dad's a good judge of my character and those of others, and he absolutely adores Todd. I had tried dating a lot of different people, but with Todd, it was instant. When we got engaged, he said something about, when you know, you know. And here we are.
Wow. Holy cow.
It was pretty much a week or less than that I told her that I loved her. And she told me that she loved me too.
We were at the bowling alley and we were sitting there and he was just staring at me, and I told him, I was like, you love me. And he kind of sat there and thought about it for a little bit, and he was like, I do.
To me, it seemed like something that I really wanted to say, and I was gonna put it out there regardless of the result.
I knew I was gonna marry him, I think our second date. I think I knew it.
She's very hard to surprise, and she basically challenged me to surprise her. And the more I thought about it, I thought, you You know, I wanted to do a trip to Colorado, a little snowboard trip.
I don't like being cold, and I can't snowboard to save my life.
And when I saw this place online, I looked at 1,000 pictures and I said, that's where I'm gonna do it.
So he really, really, really wanted me to try ice skating, which I don't know why, because I'm accident prone. Every time we go somewhere, I end up hurting myself.
And I thought this will be perfect. She'll be so focused on that, you know, that's when I'll do it, and she'll never see it coming. When the moment came and I was getting ready to do it, I got really nervous.
He just dropped to a knee, and I was like, whoa, is this happening? And it totally caught me by surprise.
And I was telling her how much I love her, and I got choked up for a minute, and then kind of eventually got my words out.
I think I just lunged at him and gave him like a huge bear hug.
It was a total surprise, and I pulled it off.
He's just a good-hearted person. He's that guy. He's always thinking about me first, and he's always trying to do the right thing, literally no matter what. It's like, wow, I actually met that good guy. So it's awesome.
I love her so much, and I want to be with her forever. I can see us looking back on this being one of the happiest days of our lives.
You know, I just can't thank him enough for supporting me and sticking by my side and making me want to have kids and just being everything.
We're just here to get family together and proclaim that we're going to be together forever.
Welcome everyone. We are gathered here today to witness and celebrate the union of Todd and Gina's marriage. Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day you have given us and for the opportunity to publicly celebrate the gift of love. We ask that you would bless this day in Jesus' name. Amen. Amen. We're all here because they have chosen us, each special and important in their lives. By being here today, we accept a certain responsibility to support them as they build their new life together.
I'd like to especially thank those of you who have traveled a long ways. There's people from all over the country here today. We wanted to thank you. This hasn't been easy. The weather's not perfect. I know I grew to appreciate Todd as an air traffic controller, man. That is one cool cucumber in looking at this stuff.
So welcome to our warm California sun.
Yeah. To the families of Gina and Todd, their marriage not only brings the two of them together, it brings two families together. Gina and Todd offer their gratitude to you guys for all the love, care, support, direction that you've given them over the years. With this in mind, we ask Steve and Janie Isley, will you accept Todd into your family and into your hearts? Ralph and Linda Stauffer, will you accept Gina into your family and into your hearts?
We now invite Todd's little sister, Scarlett O'Hara. Oh, I'm sorry, Tara. Please come forward.
1 Corinthians 13, this is about love. If I could speak all the languages of earth and of angels, but didn't love others, I would only be a noisy gong or a clanging cymbal. If I had the gift of prophecy, and if I understood all of God's secret plans and possessed all knowledge, and if I had such faith that I could move mountains but didn't love others, I would be nothing. Love is patient and kind. Love is not jealous or boastful or proud or rude. It does not demand its own way. It is not irritable. It keeps no record of being wrong. It does not rejoice about injustice, but rejoices whenever the truth wins out. Love never gives up. It never loses faith, is always hopeful, and endures through every circumstance. 3 things will last forever: faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love.
Please have the rings. Wedding rings are symbolic reminders of the unbroken circle of eternal love within the safety and comfort of the true marriage. Love given freely has no beginning and no end. May these rings serve to remind you of the freedom and power of your love. Todd, take Gina's ring.
Todd, as you place this ring on Gina's finger, will you have this woman to be your wedded wife? Will you love and comfort her, honor and keep her, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others? Keep yourself only unto her, as long as you both shall live.
I will.
Gina, as you place this ring on Todd's finger, will you have this man to be your wedded husband? Will you love and comfort him, honor and keep him, do his laundry every day, learn to cook?
I like that.
I can cook. In sickness and in health, and forsaking all others. Keep yourself only unto him, as long as you both shall live. Okay. Todd and Gina, we all offer our love and support, and we wish you a fulfilling life, rich in caring and happiness.
And with that we say,
by the power vested in us by the state of California, we now pronounce you man and wife.
Todd, you may kiss your bride.
Todd, you may kiss your bride.
Here you go.
Perfect. Okay, would you like your family and friends, dogs? We are honored to present for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Todd Andrew Stauffer.
We love you, and we're gonna have a fabulous night. Bring on the whiskey. Love you guys.
We all just want to wish you and Gina a great wedding day, make many memories for the future, and cheers to that! Cheers to that! We love you guys! Just have fun!
Ladies and gentlemen, it does look like we are just a few moments away from starting dinner, but before we do that, we do need to introduce our lovely bride and groom to our party this evening. Please welcome in for the second time today, the lovely Mr. and Mrs. Todd Stauffer. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would, please stay standing for the bride and groom's first dance.
Congratulations. Beautiful wedding. Even in the rain, it was gorgeous. The rain had a special touch. Loved it. Raining means good luck on your wedding day.
I googled that actually. So, congratulations, Gina and Todd.
Todd, man, Gina, congratulations on such a lovely day. I'm glad to be sharing it with you.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, we're just about 10 minutes away from starting tonight's speeches and toast.
Enjoy.
Oh, that's really good.
Those are the best. Point to the balls.
Those pumpkin balls are good.
They are good. See?
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it is that time of the night. It is time for speeches and toasts.
Good evening, everyone. My name's Jessie. I'm Gina's little sister. I've had many of you come and tell me we look exactly alike tonight. The two of us don't think so. She has celebrated 10 years with Pacific Gas and Electric. I'm gonna roll through it. Who will call 911? Who's CPR certified? Okay, you guys look at the hands. Who will meet the emergency services if they come up? Oh yeah, the ladies, yes. And then we all know if we have evacuation, we'll go to the parking lot. So, I think I did that all right. Hey. Gina's been, almost 3 years in the Bay Area, and she had no one out there. So I want to thank Joe and Kelly for really taking her in. We couldn't be there for her. So when Todd proposed to Gina, I had a feeling I was going to be giving a speech.
So you've had a lot of time to prep.
And I told Gina yesterday, and I was like, I'm just going to wing it. But actually, I've been thinking about it since she asked me. She's been actually prepping me to be the woman I am today since early childhood. And there's three examples I can give you. So I was a freshman in high school. It was if you weren't part of that town, you were kind of an outcast. Well, I grew up very tomboyish. I got this note. It was actually a prank to get me bullied. Gina found out, and from what I've heard, Gina made sure those girls never messed with me again. So that's one thing. She was allowed to pick on me, but nobody else. So when I turned 18, I thought I was going to take off and go be a sports broadcaster. And Gina goes, you're going to take the PGE test. And I said, well, I don't want to work there. You work there. I want to do my own thing. 9 years later, I would never imagine where I'm at now. Without that one step that she made me do, I wouldn't be where I'm at today. What are you, on your 11th job?
They like me.
She's on her 11th position. So, and that's the one thing is, if you want to do something in this company, they'll give you every tool to do it. The last, and it's probably the most important one, is she's, other than my parents, she's probably my biggest fan. She was there for the first day that we got the keys, which actually then turned into a surprise engagement. She wrote the check for my venue because she saw the look in my eye that I wanted to get married there. We hit our first little rough patch of just non-communication, and she refused to let me not talk it out with my husband. And she said, I won't let you guys fail. Excuse me, sorry. But on October 4th, we just celebrated 3 years, and an older sister or an older sibling, yes, your family But Gina has taken on that role of being a parent that she was always there for me. I've had people ask, well, what does Gina want for a wedding gift? Every one of you guys being here is the best gift you guys could give to her, because she only just wants to celebrate the memories and the joys. At my bachelorette party, she took us girls out, and some girls asked, why are you doing this? She goes, if you can't enjoy the fruits of your labor with the people you love, then what's the point? So I've taken that to heart and have tried to do that to others in need. So Gina, I just want to thank you for being the best sister I could ever ask for, and of making me a better woman, a better mother to Amelia, and to soon our next one, and then an even better friend than I could ask for.
When Todd and Gina first asked if I'd be part of this special day, I was very, very selfish, and I said I'd need 3 things. I need a teleprompter, I need good lighting, and a hairstylist. Well, this afternoon before the wedding, Gina hands me these notes, a candle, and some Rogaine. It's not even the real stuff, it's generic. Oh, and Gina did not write this. No, but I paid somebody to do that. Let's go back to 2002. Todd and I first met at our apartment complex in Dublin, California. We were neighbors. Our introduction was at a community sand volleyball social gathering that the apartment complex hosted. Todd was there with a bunch of his air traffic controller buddies. So it was basically a really bad version of the volleyball scene from Top Gun. And I don't care how old you are, in situations like this, it's difficult when you're the person flying solo. Todd, however, welcomed me to the group, and through a series of passive-aggressive heckles, managed to make me feel comfortable and part of the team. Of course, we instantly bonded over our aviation careers. I was at my first professional flying job as a corporate pilot, and Todd was an inexperienced air traffic controller. he still is, though, actually. After that, we spent tons of time together, boozing, flying, not necessarily in that order. It's one thing to stay friends for an obligatory duration if you grew up as family, maybe childhood buddies, or even attended college together. But it's another when you meet as an adult, or in our case, young adults. For this is a time when life is becoming serious and you start to choose your friends more wisely. There's a quick and unspoken test you do. Do I trust this person? Will they be around in a year, 2 years, 10 years? Does this person surround himself or herself with positive influences? If they don't pass the test, they become acquaintances. Todd, you passed the test. One of the things that I think is exceptional about Todd is that you don't have to share every exact hobby to be his friend. I don't know anything about Jeeps, guns, or wake surfing, but I do know that it excites him to expose a friend to his activities, and likewise, he's excited to step outside of his comfort zone to humor yours. Examples. Todd took me to my first superbike race, and I took him to his first gay bar. Although, not his last. I let him figure that out all on his own. He taught me how to properly load a gun, and I taught him how to properly load a dishwasher. You're welcome. So here we are 14 years later, and I'm excited to be sharing this friendship with Gina. Gina, you match Todd's enthusiasm for life and his adventurous spirit, and I could not have imagined a more perfect pairing. To have a best friend and a significant other that shares many of the same passions and values in life is a very important element to a happy and successful marriage. Now, I don't claim to be a relationship expert, and I have not been married for very long, but I do come from a family where my parents have been married for over 40 years. Gina's parents, Steve and Janie, have been married for 31 years. And Todd's parents, Ralph and Linda, are celebrating their 42nd wedding anniversary this month. Nobody knows exactly what the future holds, but the commitment that you make to one another, the commitment that you two made today, means that you promise to do it together. You'll share each other's hardships and burdens, but the celebration of the good becomes twice as sweet. So let us toast Todd and Gina to the commitment they have made today and to this beautiful moment in life for which we have all come together to celebrate this wonderful thing we call love. Cheers. Cheers.
Wow, big hand to Ryan and to Jessica, huh? I'm glad that Gina finally found Mr. Right. You guys know that normally daughters look for somebody like their dad. I'm grateful that she found somebody way better than their dad. He treats her like gold. You can't ask for anything better. The best part though is all my girls are married. They're all out. I'm trying to get my wife to sell the house and downsize so no one can come back. Oh, by the way, Stephen, you're shit out of luck. Now in closing, I wanted to say thank everyone for coming. I know it was tough to stand out in the rain. I did my best to drag her down the path. She finally told me to slow down or she's going to fall, so that's kind of why there was a little hesitation.
I did, and I'm like, dude, we're going down.
So thank you all for coming, and what a great crowd. The best part about this is I didn't have to pay for anything. Thank you. Thank you.
Here's a couple things I heard. I heard about PG&E. I heard about that. I heard about kids. I heard about family. Everybody here is a member of a family. Whether you know it, recognize it, or want to recognize it, you are. I heard about heroes. I heard about that from a young lady who said, a hero is my older sister. I heard about air traffic controllers. I heard about gay bars. One of the most endearing things I saw tonight for anybody who didn't have the chance to see it was Todd's dance with his mom. Anybody who had the chance to see that was absolutely the best thing I've ever seen. That was two human beings reassuring themselves that it was going to be okay. That was two human beings that were absolutely proud of each other. We're going to dismiss tonight. We're going to all go our separate ways. Todd and Gina are going to go on to do big things. But let's reflect back at the time we had tonight. And let's really understand what this is all about. Let's talk about friends, family, community. Beautiful night tonight. Thank you for including us and all of us. Love you guys. I don't have a drink in my hand, but let's raise one more. Todd and Gina.
Todd and Gina.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
We still got some dancing to do.
Okay, ladies, are we ready? Ready? 1, 2, 3.
give everybody a sparkler. We're going to kind of line you guys up around the perimeter of the dance floor.